What's up, geeky guys and gals? This is Geeky Jace. I'm bringing you a very special episode. This is actually a birthday shout-out episode to a good friend of mine named Trevor. Trevor is actually a group page leader of the group, the Pokemon or the Evolution Army. He's a really good friend of mine, and he battled me when I was testing his team out with some Eevees. And little did I know his birthday was actually last week. So I wanted to give him a special shout out on the page, and just should bring you guys such an awesome battle with the Eevees. I think Eevees are so amazing. They're such awesome Pokemon, and they're often overlooked. And I actually personally run an Evolution Army as well, and I think that they're just so much fun to play with. And I thought it would be an awesome battle to showcase on the page. So I decided to give Trevor not only a birthday shout out, happy birthday, man, but also show this awesome battle where he actually kind of whooped my butt up a little bit with these Eevees. So I'm going to go ahead and shush and just show the battle. It was just such a great battle. He leads with his Jolteon, and I end up leading with my Empoleon. Now my Empoleon is my Defogger, my Rock Layer, and my Roar to get rid of Pokemon that want to set up on me. His Thunderbolt, even calm, full special defense, does so much damage with that Life Orb. It kind of makes me cry a little bit. I thought I was going to die there, but luckily I got my rocks up. I actually baited that Thunderbolt because I figured that he was going to fire it and not switch into, jeez, I can't even think, Espeon with Magic Bounce to bounce those rocks back, because that would have been really bad. But I switch out to Tyranitar on the following turn to get the sand up to do that chip damage as well with the rocks. He Volt switches out, of course, which I thought he was going to do to begin with. That's why I got Empoleon out of there, because I didn't want to give him a free kill. And I don't remember who he goes into here. I actually really don't. He goes into his Umbreon. No. Oh, it's a Sylveon. I'm sorry. I'm totally just messing you guys up. Blah, 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 blah. Now, I don't want to stay here and eat Hyper Voice, because I know he's probably got a Choice Specs Hyper Voice Sylveon here. So I went on Clefable, and this thing is too real for me. Because it just, chewed me up and spit me out. And I was like, man, Choice Specs Sylveon is the play. So I go ahead and rotate out again. As you can tell, I'm already at a disadvantage. But I figured that with Empoleon I can catch his Hyper Voice and probably live. But this Hyper Voice does entirely too much damage, even resisted with full special defense and calm. So I was like, oh man, I am in some serious trouble right now. I bring in Charizard because obviously Charizard resists the Hyper Voice. But he withdraws here, knowing that I'm probably going to Mega and Blast him. What he wasn't expecting is this is actually a special set Charizard that I created. I wanted to give Charizard Y a tryout with a Sun and using Flare Blitz, even though he has a low attack, he has like a 104 base attack. But I wanted to give a Drought Flare Blitz Charizard a try, like a mix set. And this thing is so awesome. It just catches so many people off guard. And of course, he's completely specially invested. So he was just going to eat that up, and I just take this Umbreon down, which he was surprised, because this Umbreon usually, and I've played it with him before, that Umbreon really doesn't go down too easily, but by catching it off guard with this mix set, I'm able to take it down pretty easily, which helped me gain some momentum back. Now, he throws out Shocker with his Life Orb, and I'm like, nope, Charizard's not having none of that. So I end up switching Charizard out, and I believe I switched back into Tyranitar. Yep. To get the Sun gone, because I didn't want Flareon getting that bonus. And getting some more chip damage up with the Sand Stream. And I believe he goes for a Thunderbolt here, and it does a pretty decent amount of damage, even with the sand. Because, Jolteon is just power. Just so much power. I end up chipping him down to about half. And I believe, yeah, he fires a Signal Beam here. I didn't know he had a Signal Beam on his Jolteon. It was a critical hit and just destroys my Tyranitar. And I wasn't expecting the Signal Beam, and that's what got my Tyranitar killed there, and I was kind of mad. I was like, man, this guy is too real for me right now. Trevor's too real for me. So I bring Dragonite out, and Dragonite's going to go ahead and E-Speed clean up this Jolteon, because I don't want to deal with it no more. I've had enough of it killing my Pokemon. And it's at this point that he sends out, I believe, Sylveon. No, he sends out Espeon. And I think he has the Dazzling Gleam on this Espeon. My E-Speed kills it, I believe, in 2 hits. Yep, in 2 hits. The Dazzling Gleam off this does a pretty sizable chunk of damage. But since it's not stabbed, it really wasn't enough to take me out. And I believe I E-Speed cleaned this up the following turn. Man, I cannot talk today, guys. If you guys saw the other video I posted, I'm just like blah, 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 blah. I'm failing. So down goes Espeon. The Sandstorm subsides, and I believe this is where Sylveon comes back out. Now, Sylveon has poor defenses, and this thing is pretty high attack. So this E-Speed just eats this guy up. And really, the pro of this game was this guy right here. Dragonite opened up a lot of holes. He was able to knock out a lot of Pokemon and get this one weak enough that I could finish it off with Charizard. Now, I knew he wasn't going to stay here, so I assumed that Vaporeon was coming in. I assumed. Okay? So I went for the neutral Earthquake, and he stayed. And he ate that Earthquake, and he wasn't expecting it. And I got another crit there. I don't know if it would have mattered or not. I don't think it would have, but, you know, a crit's a crit. Now, he brings in Vaporeon, and I had to question this one because I have the Solar Beam. So I was like, I don't know what he's doing. But, fire the Solar Beam there, and he gets the Protect. Now, it's at this point that I actually kind of hazy about this battle, because this was a kind of a weird one. I ended up firing another Solar Beam, and it does a pretty sizable chunk of damage. But of course, Vaporeon's bulky, so here comes a Scald. But in the sun, that's really not going to do much, and I can't be burnt. So I kind of questioned his move there. I believe he said that he was trying to get me down before he set up a Wish Protect scenario. I ended up roosting here because this is a mixed set, so I have a lot of tricky stuff here. That's actually to heal off the Flare Blitz damage I take from when I'm using this mixed set. So on that Protect, I realized he was going to Protect, so I decided to Roost. He brings out Flareon, and I guess he assumed that I was going to fire the Solar Beam, which I believe I do fire the Solar Beam into his Flareon. And Flareon eats this up because Flareon has great special defense, and it's Fire type, so it just does not give any shits about this Solar Beam at all. So the sunlight fades. And I actually misplay here. Not at this point right here. This next turn. Because I actually fire a Solar Beam, I believe, after this. And I totally forgot sun wasn't up. And that could have been super detrimental because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Yeah, this is it right here. And I was kind of disappointed at myself that I made such a rookie play. And this Scald does a lot of damage because the sun's gone now. So I was like, oh man, that was a bad idea. And he just totally protects this following turn and laughs because I was such a dummy. And I was rather disappointed in myself for making that rookie play. And I don't know what I was thinking, but he took advantage of that really well. And chipped down my Charizard pretty good. I knew I couldn't stay in here, so I had to switch out. And I went back into Clefable because Clefable was going to try to eat this up, but that Scald was just going to kill me. Which it does. It just kills me down. It kills me dead. And his guy's just healing up. Just healing up the whole time. I sent Chestnut out because Chestnut has the hammer, the wood hammer, and I knew I could smash him in real quick. And even if he switched, the Pokemon that switched in wasn't gonna like to eat that wood hammer. I really like Chestnut. I just want to say that right here. I really like Chestnut. I think Chestnut's a great Pokemon. Not a lot of people use him. They need to start using him more because he's amazing. Boom. And down goes Vaporeon. Now, I can't remember what happens here. I think he throws out Flareon, and I think I go for the Drain Punch, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. I can't remember what I did. Oh no, I threw up the spiky shield, and I believe he jumps into it and I think kills himself. That thing is just so powerful. That was a crit. Oof. That thing is so powerful though. Do not mess with Flareons. Flareons will ruin your day. They will ruin your day. Take out his Flareon, and that was the end of his team basically. But I barely hung on to that with a half-dead Charizard and another poke. I just want to give another, like I said, another shout out to Trevor. He's an awesome player. Go check out his Poke group, the Evolution Army. They're awesome. They're a lot of fun. They're great people. And thanks for watching. For Geeky Guys Gaming, I'm Geeky Jace, and remember to tell them GG.